also you have to remember, you know, both these ladies, they're athletes, and you know that's a part of you, isn't it? And when you're off the tour and you miss the competition and you miss the winning and you miss that whole atmosphere of competitive sport.
15 all.
Well, both have had that change in perspective as well, and they've been very open about that. Bencic saying that the pressure has now diminished because there's something more important in her life.
30-15.
Well, you can't have a child without your perspective changing, regardless of what you did before, whether you're a professional athlete or not.
Oh. Oh. 40-30. Oh.
That's going to be a trademark return of serve. Likes to take the ball very early, Belinda Bencic. Always has done, ever since her junior days. Nicely struck.
Advantage Bencic. Oh.
Well, that sends a very, very strong message.
First game.
Down the other side of the net, a first break of serve for Bencic. Quick out of the blocks for the Swiss player.
They were all off second serves, weren't they, from Osaka, and that's going to be an area that she's really going to have to improve as this match goes along.
And that's something that she improved in her previous match, wasn't it, against Mukova? That first serve percentage.
Mukova, she went off just a little bit, though, a set and a half into that match, and Osaka really didn't start out the match playing very well, but by the end of the match, you know, she took the invitation offered by Mukova and ended up playing exceptionally well.
To serve. Level 15.
Well, that's a trademark Bencic backhand, the one that she almost steps in off her left foot. Don't see that backhand too often.
30-15.
And she's a master at taking time away from her opponent.
40-15.
And it's not always done through power. Sometimes it's precision and accuracy.
Thirty.
It's two reasonably similar game styles, isn't it? Both trying to dictate, get the first strike on the ball. Oh, so quick up to those shorter balls, Bencic.
One of the reasons why she's so quick
Advantage
up to
Bencic.
the shorter ball is because she's standing on the baseline or inside the baseline. So, of course, she doesn't have as far to travel as if she was, you know, a metre behind the baseline. Always looking for the opportunity to move forward.
That is very much modelled on that of Martina Hingis. She actually spent some time working with her mum back in her junior days, and it's the way that she's always played. Likes to hug the baseline. Has always been very sure of her game style and what she can bring to the court. My goodness.
Advantage, Osaka.
She was waiting for that one, wasn't she, Osaka? And Bencic can get that ball toss a little bit out to the right. And when that happens, the natural serve is to serve that one wide.
An immediate break back. It's so often the case in tennis, isn't it? You do the hard work, but not necessarily a let-up there on the part of Bencic. Some good power behind the return from Osaka. A point very much set up off the back of a superb first serve.
Osaka missing on that
15.
forehand. You know, when the sun comes from the shade into the sun, when the ball comes, you know, through that area of the court, it won't be long before the complete court is covered in shade. Can be a bit of an adjustment period for the players.
30-15.
It was the forehand side, in fact, in the last round that Osaka
30.
really had a lot of problems with out on Cain Arena, and it took her a long time to find that shot. It was the backhand that kept her in the match.
A collection of fantastic first serves, almost as if she heard you, Liz, talking about the importance of the first serve. That one, she took a little bit of pace off.
Game Osaka.
Oh, what a service game. It's two games in a row for Naomi Osaka. And she has a 2-1 lead. Oh, pretty solid start from both players. Bencic very quick out of the blocks, but Osaka finding answers with some big first serves in the previous game.
We talk about these ladies' careers, and you know, Bencic is just, you know, she hasn't quite got a major championship. You know, Osaka's got 4, and they know the importance of these major tournaments when they come back and play. You know, Bencic has 12 tournaments at a maternity ranking, and so you know, you want to make the very most of those tournaments. And the Grand Slams have so many points in relation to normal tour events, so you know, this is a big match for both these ladies in relation to their comeback.
Time.
Music blasting here on Cain Arena. Energy is rising, and more fans trickling in. Osaka always has such a huge fan base. She's a fan favorite.
You need to make sure you sat in the right seat. You were those fans, wouldn't you? You wouldn't want to get your letters mixed.
Thank you for the music, thank you.
So on serve in the early stages, 2-1.
Love 15.
A little bit too central there from Bencic. Osaka so good at dominating that middle section of the court. It's so natural, isn't it? The way that she just almost walks through that forehand as Team Bencic Ian Hughes on the right, who she's currently working with, former coach of Alina Svitolina.
And she didn't do enough with the approach, the Bencic.
15-14.
Can't give this lady too many bites at the cherry, can you? Patrick Moratoglu, that gentleman on the left.
Looks like you need to put some sun cream on, maybe.
Third T14.
Give her an inch and she'll take a mile. It's a break of serve for Naomi Osaka. 4 games played, 3 of them have been breaks of serve. And she really is going to capitalise on these slightly slower second serves. That's why the first serve percentage needs to be well above 70.
Had plenty of time to set there, Osaka.
Out. $15.
Oh, that's a job well done.
30 love. Out.
She has to take those opportunities when she gets them, Bencic.
C15.
Particularly, you know where that serve's going. Once again, the ball tosses out to the right. Bencic actually could have easily hit that on the forehand, but you know she decided to hit it on her most favoured side, which was the backhand.
Fault C15. Cain, Osaka.
Well, it's been
Osaka
an
leads 4
almost
games to 1.
flawless start for Naomi Osaka. Very quick out of the blocks. 20 minutes on the clock. And she has a 4-1 lead. So we've got Bojana courtside here on John Cain Arena. Bojana, tell us about the conditions down there. What's it looking like?
Well, the wind has certainly died down. I know you and I both did a match earlier on Kia Arena, and it was gusty and really tough conditions for the players. But tonight, as you touched on earlier, it is a lot more sheltered here on Cain Arena. So there's not a lot of breeze. It's actually quite perfect. So, you know, it's more about that first strike tennis, isn't it? Who can get that serve return going and dictate immediately. And so far, it's Naomi doing a really good job tonight.
The Naomi Osaka show continues here on Cain Arena. It's a very loud Cain Arena as well. Music blaring. Vibes are high.
Fault.
Even though it was missed, you get a sense of how much confidence Osaka is playing with at the moment, just in her attempts to go for shots like that.
Osaka working well there. She was pushed behind the baseline, getting the thumbs up for the hard work.
Previously coached by Wim Fizet, who now, of course, works with Iga Swiatek, made the change to Patrick Mouratoglou back in September of last season. Another blistering backhand.
15-30.
Taking every single opportunity she can get at the moment and capitalizing on all of them. Good holds there from Bencic, and that was an important game. It sounds so obvious, but there's such a big difference between 4-2 and 5-1, especially when you can't really get yourself into the match.
And it was 15-30 there, wasn't it? So just an exceptional hold Really just needs to stay within striking distance here, Bencic.
Fault. Love 15.
Actually worked with Ian Hughes previously in her career, Bencic. He's very familiar with how she works and
15 all.
how she likes to play.
Oh, had to be a little bit careful there, didn't she, Belinda? Wanted to make sure that the ball came over the net
30.
before she tried to make contact with it. Yeah, both these girls, you know, you talk about coaches, you know, coaching them earlier in their careers and then still coaching them now. They both play a simple kind of tennis, don't they? It's just a big serve, big hitting. Not too many variations in tactics.
Let for serve.
And whoever executes better on the day is going to be the winner.
Yeah.
Fault.
That's a great example. I think one area that Bencic really excels in is her timing on the ball. She has exquisite timing, and as a result of that, she's able to soak up pace. She's able to change direction from the cross court to the down the line.
And part of that timing too comes from anticipation and knowing
30-40.
what shots your opponent likes to hit. Remember, these two ladies have played each other on 5 previous occasions, so they know each other's games well.
Yes.
Now 2 break points saved by Osaka.
Almost with her fastest serve of the match.
And it's the serve, once again, getting her out of trouble. We've seen a big improvement in her serve today compared with her previous round against Mukaba, particularly in that first set. She did get better, as you mentioned. Well, that was a very crucial hold. And they know just how important it was. Saved 2 break points. And now finds herself just 1 game away from the opening set. 5-2. Oh, this has been really impressive stuff so far from Naomi Osaka. She's a double champion here in Melbourne Park. She likes the courts. We know that she enjoys playing on hard courts, but this has been a superb start from her.
It's no surprise that, you know, players like going back to places that they've won at and done well before. And Osaka has talked about that, how, of course, Melbourne is one of her very favourite cities in all of the world, and why not?
Remonte. 59.
Gets good variety on that first serve. Bencic is not always trying to hit them as hard as she possibly can. Takes some pace off, goes for the slice.
Oh. That's it. Thirty 15. Forty 15. Oh. Cain, Bencic.
That's a clever serve.
Osaka leads 5 games to 3.
Sometimes those body serves are hard to return. Don't quite have enough space, especially Osaka. She has quite big swings off both wings.
You just have to abbreviate the swing, but the difficulty is on that serve is it chases you, doesn't it? If it's got spin on it, it just follows you to your body. So you really have to give yourself room intentionally by moving your feet, getting out of the way. That's good pace off the ground from Osaka.
She really has served well tonight, hasn't she? Especially getting a lot of free points when that first serve goes in. That first strike tennis, it's really important that Osaka continues to use that first serve effectively.
Oh. Oh. 39. Oh.
Oh, look at that return position from Bencic, well inside the baseline.
15. Oh.
Now that decision-making was a slight Achilles heel, particularly on that backhand side against Mukova. Just perhaps Liz being a little bit ambitious when she's looking to change direction from the cross court to the down the line.
Well, that ball was too hard to do it off. You know, Bencic really crushed that backhand return. So you've just got to take your medicine a little bit there if you're Osaka and say, okay, But you can't hit an aggressive shot back. Oh, it's dropped in.
30-40.
Osaka can't believe it.
So here's a breakback opportunity.
Oh. Bencic.
Very solid from Belinda Bencic.
Osaka leads 5-4.
A crucial break of serve. And now we're back on serve, 5-4.
Naomi, please. Time.
Well, this is getting exciting here on Cain Arena. The battle of the mothers, the comeback queens. Both of these players on a quest to rise back up the rankings to where they rightfully belong after giving birth to both young girls.
This is the speed of the Osaka ball off the ground. Now, but interesting enough, in that last game, it was Bencic's speed off the backhand in particular that got Osaka into trouble. You saw Naomi Osaka just absolutely throw her water bottle down on that change of end in disgust of losing that last service game.
Oh. 59.
The slice serve once again being used to Bencic's advantage.
It's the preferred type of serve for both these ladies, in fact.
And Liz, is that because Bencic's toss is just, it's quite far in front and it's a little bit to her right, so it's probably an easier serve for her to hit. Would you agree?
Osaka falls into the same category.
Yeah. And that's not a shot that Osaka tends to hit particularly often. Not a particularly well-practiced shot, I would say.
And not the right position to hit it from. She was behind the baseline, so you give your opponent plenty of time to run it down, don't you? Good struggle, though, for Bencic. She was on the full stretch to get that return back.
2 games in a row for Bencic.
No, she's just lost her way here a little bit, hasn't she? Naomi Osaka for the last couple of games after just hasn't quite got over the disappointment of holding serve to serve out the set. And the annoyance with herself.
Yeah, unforced errors rising.
The body language very different in the last two games than what it had been up until that point.
15-30.
Just looks like she's rolling her arm over here, Osaka, on the serve. There's no pushing up and racket head speed and like that.
Yeah.
Something's not right here.
And visibly emotional now, Osaka.
We believe the trainer has been called. We're not 100% sure, but she played in Auckland, didn't she? She had to withdraw out of the final. She only played one set in that final, which she won. Couldn't continue with the back issue.
Let for some.
Well, she had a decent word to her team on that before that last change of ends. Clearly something is going on. To me, it looks like her wrist. She's just not able to snap over the ball, but I think time will tell.
Yes.
Doing what she can with the resources that she has at the moment, Osaka. Now just about manages to hold serve, but still something not quite right with the four-time Grand Slam champion. Trainer being called to the court. Let's see what the issue is. 6-5. So it looks like the issue with Osaka here is ab-related, and that's why it seems to be affecting her serve and not really her ground strokes. And she pulled out of New Zealand with an abdominal issue as well, looking visibly upset and frustrated.
Why she can't get any extension up into the ball with the serve, and it was just literally just standing there and just using the arm.
And she's got strapping on it as well. I don't quite know whether that was strapping or maybe a heat pack of some sort.
No, I think you're right in the first place, Pippa. I think it's strapping.
So it's clearly a pre-existing issue. And she really didn't seem to have issues on the serve when she started this match. It came on very suddenly, but
when she lost the game, where she was serving for the set to go 5-4, then of course she wasn't serving in that next game, was she? It was just the next one after.
Oh, she's still up in this set. She has a 6-5 lead. It's on serve. She doesn't need to panic, but of course it is just so demoralizing when you start to feel these niggles, especially for someone who's been so injury prone over the last few years.
And keep in mind too, Belinda Bencic, she's paying attention to what's happening down the other end of the court. She's aware that Osaka has an issue. Got to put that to your back of the mind, of course. Oh, that's good work from Bencic. Pulled way beyond the baseline.
15 of.
Good anticipation. Staying in the point however she could.
There's just such a reluctance from Bencic to even retreat a little bit behind the baseline. She's really hugging that baseline position. Second unsuccessful drop shot attempt.
40 love.
And I mean, that's not a terrible decision, given Bencic was really far behind the baseline, but just badly executed.
Well, it's poor shot selection. It's wanting to win the point too quickly from Osaka.
That's the confidence boost for Bencic. Seamless and simple.
6 games all, Taiwan.
Some positive words there from Ian Hughes. Not so positive is this discussion, I imagine.
Gee, those last couple of points, they just looked really, really uncomfortable for Naomi, didn't they? You know, it's not just the serve that this stomach is going to affect her on. It's anything that she has to be pulled wide on either side. Anything that stretches that stomach muscle to make it uncomfortable is going to hurt.
And coaches for the first year now have their own on-court coaching boxes, which means they can have a constant dialogue with their players.
I was just talking to a coach, Patrick, saying, well, if I win this match, I have a day and a half to recover. And it almost seemed like she was just trying to decide with Patrick as to what to do. I almost felt like Patrick was saying, look, it might not be worth it to continue if that ab strain's really bothering you.
Well, you do need to be careful with ab strains. They can linger around for quite some time, and if you do have an injured abdominal muscle, then it affects all of your shots. It's not just your serve, it's her movement here, it's her agility, the way she's able to rotate off the ground.
Oh.
That's a smart way to approach things.
Osaka.
Just try and
Ladies and gentlemen,
finish the
for
point.
the comfort of both players, please do not make any out call. Thank you.
As quickly as you can. And Bencic remains focused, eyes on the prize.
2-all.
I mean, talk about recovering from an ab strain in a day and a half. Is that physically possible, Liz?
Well, it depends how much damage, if she continues on in this match, and how much worse it gets. Lots of ifs and buts, isn't there?
Yeah.
3-2, Bencic.
Even to be considering talking about recovering from this match. Thinking that, you know, if she wins it, she's a long way from that at this point.
We're seeing lots of change of directions on the Osaka backhand from
4-2,
the
Bencic.
cross court to the down the line. And I wonder, Liz, do you think that's with a view to just getting it on the Bencic forehand? Or away from the backhand, I should say. That's her stronger wing.
Of course, as an athlete, you know, you don't want to put your body in any kind of position where it goes beyond the point of just having a niggle to something a lot worse. And you know, that's the type of thing that Naomi Osaka needs to sort of weigh up here, doesn't she?
To Bencic.
Drops in.
5-3, Bencic. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, just shy of the 1 hour mark. And it's a trio of set points for Belinda Bencic. Well, it was very much a game of cat and mouse, but Bencic just about gets the edge in this opening set. Helped very much by what looks to be a slightly injured Osaka. 7-6.
She looks like she's not sure if she can continue. You know, should I continue? She's looking over at Patrick and
yeah, really disappointing for Osaka, and she has had a history of abdominal injury, so that probably makes it even more frustrating, knowing that it might well be a recurring injury. 2019 to 2021, she experienced some recurring ab issues. Liz, what did you make of set one?
21 winners compared to 12, but you know, sort of the numbers can be pushed to the side for a minute, can't they? Osaka on the second serve points won pretty low.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to injury,
oh goodness me,
Naomi Osaka is due to retire. Bencic wins
way
7-6
for
retirement.
Naomi Osaka to leave Cain Arena.
Well, this is not how we wanted this match to end. It was a really competitive first set of tennis. Osaka playing some superb stuff, but clearly hampered by an ab injury. She will be back though. She's very much on the right path. And we will see her back where she rightfully belongs. It's disappointment for Naomi Osaka. And they love her here. She has so many fans around the globe.
I'm for you. Good luck.